What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another Screen Sanctum reaction. I'm Steve. Today we have Our Flag Means Death Season 2, Episode 4, Fun and Games. What about the first 3 episodes have been fun or games? It's been a really intense season so far, but at least 2 of our 3 love interests have reunited. Jim and Olawande last episode, and in the second episode, Black Pete and Lucius. So all we're waiting on is for Ed to wake up and see what happens when he sees Steed standing above him. And I have a feeling we'll be seeing that immediately now, because I don't think they're going to like go somewhere else and come back in the middle of the episode and do that. So I'm anticipating this. I slept well last night. It's 8:30 in the morning Pacific time, and I'm just ready to watch this. So I want to thank everyone who's already subscribed to my channel, and if you want to see the full reactions and full watch-alongs to this show and all of my exclusive content, check me out at Patreon. Okay, I'm not ready. Season 2, Episode 4, Fun and Games in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, yeah, we're right here.
Yes, I'm here. I thought I lost you.
Oh god, almost did. There it is. I would say
Right,
he deserved at least that.
Here again.
What happened to your face?
Yeah, Blackbeard did that, didn't he?
It just sat up too quickly.
That's what they all say.
As you know, he's gone
Yep.
through quite the ordeal.
Yes, hello. Kick him off the ship already.
Hey, hang on. We don't just banish people, do we?
Also gonna need that steak back. It's dinner.
Right, yes.
Maybe we should put it to the vote.
Piracy was one of the first democracies from what I read, so
Oh, there, traveler.
I like, though, how they have him acting since he almost died. Like, can barely talk, and he might be brain dead. Like, that's probably what would happen. Izzy is was so messed up.
He's seen better days, hasn't he?
At least he's still got both legs.
Yes. Look after
What do you want, Bonnet?
the crew. You're in a bit of a deadlock over the whole banishment of Ed thing. One who kept his body aboard. Maybe you should weigh in. You've already murdered him once. Seems like a pretty good payback.
Oh god.
Just to confirm, was that a nay or yay on the banishment?
Oh man, I have to give credit to someone on Twitter. I don't know who it was, but they said that earlier that wasn't the last time Steed's gonna have meat on his face.
So, yeah.
That was pretty funny.
It's the first time I've been on this side of a walk of shame.
Way to make this awkward, bruh. Shitty sailing with you.
So, what do you think?
My vote.
This is gold.
Say something at least.
You're the fucking mermaid. Walk with me over yonder. I'll explain.
I want them back together, but I'm glad they're not immediately back together. Like, I think this makes sense for right now.
Fine, yeah. Let's do it.
Here I go again, on my own. Fuck off, nature.
Oh god.
Walking down the only road I've ever known.
What, did he just write a song 1,000 years before it came out? No! Cute little bunny. Oh, I hope they don't do a jump scare. I knew they were gonna do that. Damn it.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Teach? Read?
Hey.
Oh my god!
We'll have a beautiful vessel in there.
I like Buttons. He's so calm and collected. But when shit goes down, he puts his fangs in. Oh, here she is.
They are available. Yes.
Oh my
All
god.
lovers of beauty.
Ah, yes, he's turning into a bird, apparently.
Oh. Well, you might want to check down yonder by the headboards.
This is a Louis XIV Giltwood console.
Only Steed would know that.
That is exquisite.
Look who I fucking found.
Where's my Annie fucking body?
Oh my god.
Hello, Edward.
He was so happy for 2 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
I wasn't looking for you, by the way.
Oh, mate, I don't care if you were.
Well, you should both stay for dinner.
Yeah. I don't want to make him feel
That's not a good idea at
uncomfortable.
this point in time.
I could. Potentially, I could have dinner.
Whatever.
Oh,
Or him.
sweet Lucius.
Well, mythical creature.
Wasted.
Fuck you!
And he's gone crazy.
Safe space. Shall I
Damn, they've used a lot of current references in this season. I think way more than last season.
Defense.
Great scrubbing. So clean.
What do you mean?
Well, I'd been gut stabbed, and he just so happened upon the ship I was bleeding out on.
Pretty much.
Well, actually, I was planning on killing him myself. Burning his face off, taking his identity, the whole lot.
That is true.
Can we not do this now?
Can we not do this now? Oh, that's beautiful.
What happened to your beard? I liked it when it was longer, better.
Well, I got the crazy notion to shave it off.
Hmm. Ooh.
Coming! We need to do everything around here.
Topaz.
Fucking
That's
rabbit.
what was her name in Ragnarok.
For what it's worth, I like your beard. The length.
Thank you.
At least he said thank
Buttons
you.
was saying something about a gravy bowl, and you're half dead or something.
And maybe don't listen to a man who's becoming a bird.
It might be good advice. Although he probably will turn into a bird.
Sorry, dinner's gonna be a minute.
Got a thing. On your...
She's got a
your
knife
back.
in her back?
Got something sticking out of your shoulder.
Of all the people that
He put it in
Taika
there,
puts in
he
his
didn't take it.
movies and shit, she is probably one of the best actors.
You lot, just this way.
Oh, my
You got
sweet,
close your eyes, 'cause it's a
sweet
surprise.
boy.
Oh, yeah, right. We're not too much into surprises.
Away from this cave!
Oh, my God.
God's sake, take it away!
I know this is a comedy, but they were traumatized, man.
You're sensitive, aren't you? Hmm? You appreciate things.
Fun and games.
You've got a type.
Type.
Artsy outsider was always your thing.
And that was the second time you left your wife, was it?
Ex-wife.
It's funny, he says, I didn't belong with my kids.
You're a heartbreaker, Steed.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, my God.
Pile of junk.
Buttons!
Buttons is still... I had no idea he was still there.
It's not what it looks like. I had a sore back, and she's medically trained.
she poisoned me.
Oh, that's love. Their love.
So you all think they were plotting against you?
Yeah, which, in hindsight, maybe was inaccurate. I don't know, you tell me.
God damn.
And solve this as fucking adults.
You're saying this is like a space that is safe?
Oh, man. A lot of current day references.
Not doing this fucking job. Fuck off, twat. Leave me alone.
I need to create a shirt that says "fuck off, twat."
Yeah, he's definitely more disturbed than any of us.
I mean,
Rabbit's delicious, huh?
that usually happens when you're tortured.
Oh, so glad you love it, my darling.
They remind me of
In my glass.
Gomez and Morticia.
How's the rabbit, guys?
Their love.
Lovely.
How morbid it is.
So you left your wife twice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he knows what happens now.
You left me for Mary.
Look, I was going to tell you, it's just...
This is what I needed. Because I've said it all along, I want them back together, but they need to go through this.
I told you in confidence.
You told a stranger in confidence.
Please explain. Please take the blanket off.
Fuck off, go away.
Take...
No, it's not fair. You ditching me without a note or anything, and then expecting me to just melt back into your arms.
I never expected a headbutt either, but I received
Oh,
one.
you throw that back in my face now,
I
too.
will actually,
Nice.
because it bloody
Nice
well
one.
hurt.
Good.
All right.
Oh, such a fucking idiot. Trusted you.
Let it all out. This is healthy.
Yeah, it's just a whim to you. Another plaything, like your fancy toy unicorn boat and your wife.
We're both whim-prone. And two people prone to whims shouldn't just run off to China.
Yep.
That was all then.
I panicked. Then you shaved your beard off. Ed,
Don't.
Dude.
I love...
No, don't. Don't you
yeah.
say that to me.
I love everything about you. You don't have to say it back to me. Breathing the same air.
I love a good Steve Bonnet whisper. What was that face?
Oh my god, it was so fucking good.
No sex yet.
Oh, the question the fandom has been asking.
I think he might like the ladies because he gave me a proper tonguing in the kitchen.
Oh my
No, she kissed me.
God.
I would have expected as much from Anne here, who's a fucking psycho.
Hey, come on, you steal people's faces.
That's right, you.
You say that?
Rich, please, why don't you go and dust some end tables or something?
Oh my God.
I bet Anne really loved that.
They make Ed and Steve look sane.
Are you a united front now? You lightweight.
She's on fire.
Which of you will slump?
Oh my God.
There. I torched it all.
Oh, I thought she was on fire. Everything must go. That's a nice reference to two people who sell things. God damn. Where's Buttons?
Fuck off. Oh, fuck off!
You said you're harassing a cripple? Damn, I can't see. It's so dark. Oh, they left a note.
Well, I mean,
Well, I was thinking if you wanted to,
Well,
I mean, I could
no,
ask.
he shouldn't have to.
Sorry, you go.
Oh, no, you go. No, sorry.
I could put it to the crew, and if you wanted to stay one more night on the ship, you know, extenuating circumstances and
Might be nice.
It's
Great.
better than sleeping in the forest. Oh my god, he's so funny.
The sea is my love.
Jesus, you're still here. I forgot about you.
But there is a cruel limit. What a lamb.
Buttons is gonna turn into a bird, isn't he?
Gravy basket.
He picked out a pretty good bowl.
Right, geezer.
Oh, I thought he had to mix something in it. He just needed to wear it as a hat.
Buttons, people don't change. Not in the birds or otherwise.
Holy.
You're not fucking around, mate. You're not a fucking...
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Fuck yeah, brother. Fly.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Ed.
That's a nice visual metaphor. Oh, that's funny.
Turned into a seagull. What? Yeah. He flew off.
What did the letter say for the new unicorn? This episode kind of feels like a season finale, like it gives that vibe at the end.
I'm eating this way when I'm a bird.
You won't, will you?
No. Pescatarian, he calls it.
Wait a second. So he could turn back and forth whenever he wants?
Coffin shop on that ship.
What? Yeah, wait a second. If the house wasn't burnt down, that must have been a different house. Or that was when he was originally there. Or he could just turn back into a bird and a human whenever he wants, which is awesome. And I want to see that. I want to see that happen in front of me on the ship. Like, Buttons flies on as a seagull and the crew is around him and then poof, he's Buttons. All right, this episode might have been the best episode of both seasons. And you could say that a lot, like, because I feel like the episodes are getting better and better from season 1, episode 1. It might not be my favorite episode, but I think it might be the best. The title, Fun and Games, is a hilarious title because nothing fun happened this episode. This episode was like trauma and despair. And this was actually perfect for me. I know a lot of people have been kind of getting on me for the way I treat characters or my mind state or my thoughts on characters, but you have to understand, like, I'm a fan of this show. I'm not like a stan of this show, meaning I understand this show wasn't made for me. Like, there is a group of people out there that this show is for and represents. And you all do not get shows like this all the time. Like, very rare do you get shows that show you represented in media. So I understand why you may watch this show differently than I do. I'm just watching it, and it's kind of almost how I watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That I was watching a little bit too seriously when in reality it's a parody about a police precinct, right? It's supposed to be silly. This is not really a parody, but it is a period piece that sort of is, because they made a lot of references to current times. Like, they're mixing pirates from different time periods. It's a comedy, and maybe I shouldn't be watching it so seriously, you know, but I still want there to be certain aspects in this show. This, I feel like, was the consequence episode. I've been saying for the first 3 episodes of the season, yes, I want Ed and Steve to get back together, but there has to be consequences, meaning they can't just bump heads and then be like, I love you again. So this was the episode where, and I was wrong this time, I thought they weren't even going to be friends until maybe episode 5 or 6 of this season. How many episodes are there? 3, 4, 8. So 7 or 8. I thought they would be friends or talk because of a war they need to fight in together. So I was wrong. It's literally only episode 4, so not even mid-season yet, and they're back at least talking, which was paid off for me because they went through all of the emotions, I think, this episode. Anger, you know, the headbutt and Ed not talking to him, the crew voting him off the ship, which I think made 100% sense because even though this is a comedy and it's a romance, just by watching this episode, did you see the trauma that the crew that Ed took was facing? Like, this was a perfect episode to see both sides of a story, to see, wow, Steed and Ed, they're back together in the same room, working things out on their own, and we could say, this is beautiful. They are working things out, right? This is lovely, right? And then on this side, you see what Ed did to those crew members. Like, they're triggered by a cake because of when they boarded that ship with the wedding and killed everyone. Like, a cake traumatizes them. So as much as we want them to be happy, there's another thing that needs to be reconciled over here, because Ed and Steed seem to have reconciled the season 1, episode 9 episode where Steed leaves. And it's made even worse or better how you see it, that a third party basically acts as the fans to give Ed all this information of what Steed did to leave him on the docks. And I'm glad that it went through all the emotions. He was angry. He didn't want to talk to him. But as an adult, you talk things out. You understand what happens. And you kind of move on. Like, the season's only getting 8 episodes. You can't stretch this out more than that. If it was like a 20 episode series, then yeah, this episode probably would have been stretched into like maybe 3 or 4 episodes. So I can't criticize for this happening so fast because there's really no time. But I think it worked perfectly. But I just love that there is a crew that is deeply traumatized by Ed. And at this moment, Steed hasn't really seen that yet. So Steed has one piece of his life back where I know they're not lovers yet, but at least Steed has his buddy back first, his friend. But now he's going to have to get back to the revenge and see how his crew is feeling. And then the crew needs to reconcile with Ed about what happened. Can they even do that? Imagine if the love story we get, Ed and Steed back together, means Steed has to leave his family because they don't want Ed around, so he has to start a new life. That would be like happy and sad because he gets what he wants, but then he'd have to leave his crew. That would be sad. But I love the metaphor about how Ed says people don't change. And I know he was talking about himself and Steed, the way he sees life right now and his experiences. And when you have a fight with the person you love or anyone really, if they wrong you or their personality is just like, oh, they told me they were going to do this, they didn't do this, that's him. You know, he always does this. I'm used to it. It's never going to change. So Ed is like, no one changes, meaning people. I feel like he did believe that he could turn into a seagull. I feel like him being a pirate and being around all these people his whole life, he's probably met a lot of different people. He might already know witches or other humans that could turn into animals, but then again, he was shocked when he did. But it was cool. Again, I'm rambling. He said, people don't change. And then he looks, and who turns into a seagull? Buttons. And I like how he was happy. Like, it made him, something in his brain click that this person literally changed into an animal, which means people can change. So I read that as Ed, in his mind, had doubts about himself and Steed and maybe their relationship or potential relationship, that it would just be the same over and over because those are the people they are and they're always going to be like that. But he saw Buttons turn into a freaking seagull, and now he's like, damn, you know what? People can change. And then they run off to find the ship together, which is kind of cool. So I really love this episode. It's gotten me basically everything I wanted before they kind of got back to speaking terms. But I really hope that they address Ed being wanted. I don't think you could forget that aspect. Either something happens where they switch their identities, they change identities, and they run away. I mean, in reality, most of the known world probably knows Blackbeard as having a long black beard. So if he somehow was able to change his name and shave his beard and cut his hair, how many people would recognize him? I mean, besides his tattoos. But also Steed is pronounced dead, so he has to change his identity, I feel. So that would be one way that they could run off together with nothing really happening. Or Ed could get jailed because he's wanted, and somehow Steed saves him, and then they run off together. Like, I obviously want them together. I just want all the kind of loose ends tied up, because if the season ends and nothing happens with him being wanted, then, well, if the last 5 episodes take place over like a condensed period of time in like one location, and they're not like going all over the world, then that makes sense. If they haven't crossed authority, then no one would be trying to like arrest them. So that would make sense. So maybe I should say the series ends with nothing being said about that. I don't know. I think I'm thinking too far ahead in this story. But I didn't really want to talk this long at the end of this episode, but it was so good and so powerful. Like, and I really hope those 2 new characters we saw, I hope we see them again. It sounds like, or looks like, they're a 1 episode, pairing, because they needed to be there to guide Ed and Steed back into their relationship right now as, friends and adults who are speaking. That seems like what they were there for, but they were fascinating to me just as a pair of characters. So I do hope we see them again. Oh man. Whew. I hope I was coherent in what I'm talking about, but the main points were the 2 main characters getting back together so quickly, but it working for me. And now having to reconcile the fact that Ed traumatized the crew where they don't even trust their original crew. So, I'm going to have to jump into episode 5 like right now. I'm going to eat breakfast and hop into episode 5. So what did you all think of this episode? I'm sure you loved it because I was blown away. What do you think of my reaction? All comments, let me know below if you agree with me, disagree with me. Let me know all of your thoughts and theories. I'm sure they're amazing, and I'm sure I missed a lot. So, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And my voice is cracking. If you want to see my full reactions and watch alongs, go check me out at Patreon, and I'll see you on episode 5. Peace, guys.